So I thought I'd come on camera today to do a bit of an update about the partner market, which is the market that I've worked in for over a decade. And it's the market that I'm pretty much in every day in, day out, talking to law firm partners from a client perspective, so senior partners that are looking to grow, looking to succession plan, looking to strengthen teams, and speaking to partners generally about moves. And first of all, the first thing I want to say is the market is busy at the moment in terms of lateral hires. Don't get me wrong, the market is always busy for partners because any firm in their right mind would want to take on a partner who's got a substantial client base that's going to bolster the practice. But what I'm finding at the moment is there's just generally a demand for partners. Now, why is that? The first thing I'm finding is there's a skill gap at the moment from around the levels of 6, 7, 8 years PQE, where you tend to find lawyers who are very experienced, who normally would be part of a department and a firm's succession plan, meaning that those individuals would be earmarked for partnership. However, what have we had over the last few years? We've had a pandemic, which has made there be an experience shortage. So lawyers of 6, 7, 8 years PQE that would normally, ordinarily have a certain level of experience just don't have that experience because they've been at home for a lot of the time. So many working models and have changed now. It's commonplace to find nearly every firm under the sun has a version of hybrid working. And what does all of this mean? Well, it means there's a lack of business development experience because a lot of lawyers normally at that level would be very well versed in business development. They'd be able to work quite a lot unsupervised, but that's just not the case at the moment. So for that reason, there's not the level of talent in some firms to succession plan and to rise people up to partnership. So for that reason, firms are having to come out onto the market to look for partners externally. Also, I think over the last few months, the market has been quite quiet. I think that was in turn bolstered by a lack of confidence in the market earlier in the year, which came about as a result of the mini budget, which obviously made inflation go crazy, it made interest rates go crazy, and it made firms hesitant to want to recruit. Obviously, lawyers by profile are very risk-adverse creatures, and I'm sure many of you watching this can probably relate to that. So when the market is feeling a bit flat and there's a lack of confidence. And obviously we had an election as well. We had obviously a big election campaign and lots of firms were wanting to see what happened as a result of the election campaign. We were also finding that then we were waiting for the budget. So all of these factors have suppressed the market. So we've now got to a point right now where obviously the cost of living is coming down, inflation is coming down, interest rates are coming down, and all of this is stimulating the market. And because of that suppression, it's now making the partner market get very busy. Some things I'm finding on the candidate side that are quite common at the moment for partners is people not really understanding what their potential looks like. I'm coming across a lot of partners who might have been in their role for say 5, 6 years. The last time they came onto the market, the world was totally different. And then a lot of people, you don't always necessarily know what you're worth unless you go through that exercise of standing back. So a lot of the work I'm doing at the moment is working with partners to get them to really understand where they're investing their time. But not just their time, how is their practice going? What is the value that they're adding? Are they actually reaching their full potential in terms of earnings at the firm they're at the moment? And it's very surprising, actually, the amount of partners that I talk to that don't realise what their full potential is because they haven't gone through that exercise with a recruiter before. I will say on camera and on the record, most recruiters don't work in the way that I work, but I understand the intricacies of law firms. So that, in a really brief nutshell, is what's going on in the market. What do I predict over the next few months? I think we're going to have a great time. I think that firms are getting busier. We're seeing an incredible uplift in the amount of roles coming into the agency. Trust me, it's keeping me and the team very busy. But I think we're going to see optimistic times ahead. I think lots of firms are coming to us, especially over the last 2-3 weeks, to give us roles based on growth, roles based on strengthening succession within the firms. And if you are looking for a partnership role at the moment, I would definitely suggest, or even if you're just wanting to explore the market, give us a call. Let us tell you, are you on the best deal that you could be on, especially if you haven't looked since the pandemic, because the world has changed a lot. I'm Jason Connolly from JMC Legal Recruitment. If you're looking for a partner position, do get in touch.